Cheers. Nothing like a cigar and a little bit of vino right before bed. It's a beautiful night right here in deep South Texas. You all, I have been jamming the shit out of that new Billie Eilish song. I can't get enough of it. I believe it's called What I Was Made For. Now, evidently it's a brand new song that is featured in the new Barbie flick. I have not seen the Barbie flick, nor do I ever want to. But I have heard this song. And to be honest with you, like I said, I've been jamming the shit out of it. And it's just such a fucking great song, man. And, as much as I want to, not, I don't want to say despise. Despise is a strong word, but as much as I don't want to, I guess like all the contemporary artists right now, especially within that realm that Billie Eilish is in, I feel like there's a lot of dark shit. You know what I mean? I don't know. There's a lot of shit behind closed doors that happens with those kinds of artists, with these new contemporary artists. But anyway, yeah, as much as I don't want to give a receptive ear to these new contemporary pop artists, Billie Eilish has always been a spectacle, man. I'm not talking about like physical. I don't think she's not as much of a spectacle as Lady Gaga was back in the day, but she is somewhat of a spectacle. Her style of singing is fucking is gorgeous. The style of singing, her style of music is just, I dig it so much. Very different. Anyway, this song, man, it brings me to tears. Literally brings me to tears. Now, I guess I can't relate in a sense of like, in like in a feminine sense. I can't relate. I'm not really certain. I'm not really certain where it was coming from as far as like when she was writing the song. So yeah, I don't know about her perspective. I don't know what she was, the place she was coming from when writing this song. But I mean, I can't help but relate to this song, man. I cannot help but relate to this fucking song. A lot of times, and I've heard this, a lot of times, us creatives, people like me, a lot of times, we feel somewhat cursed. We feel somewhat unfortunate to be alive if and when we're not doing what we feel we're supposed to be doing. Does that make any sense? Us creative types, man, we feel a lot of times like we'd rather be dead than to be living a life that's uh, that's contrary to what your soul and your heart wants to fucking be doing. It's a real thing. It's a real. It does feel that way. So, yeah, a lot of times, a lot of times, what was I made for? Why are we here? You know what I mean? It's a profound question, but especially for us creative types, man. When we are not doing, or I guess I'll speak for myself on this. When I am not doing what I feel like I should be doing, if I'm not putting my creative prowess to work, if I'm not putting my creativity to work, I feel like I'm dying. Just fucking wasting away. Well, I know other people feel it too. I know other creative types feel the exact same way. So that song really fucking resonates within me, man. That new Billie Eilish song resonates. City living. Jesus Christ. I'll tell you guys a little story here. So, I have been actively inactive on social media. Going on, well over 2.5 years now. Something like that. I just got tired of the bullshit. I got tired of feeling envy. I got tired of feeling why, when is it my turn? You know what I mean? I don't know. I just got tired of feeling that way, man. And also, late 2020 and most of 2021, I took some pretty big losses. I took a couple chances, went out on that ledge, took a chance, jumped off, and landed flat on my fucking face, disintegrated on the floor, pretty much, both of those times. I had a pretty big opportunity with the band Bad Wolves. Mr. Doc Coyle, a friend of mine, got to meet him and got to befriend him on the Mark Morton tour, since I was Mark Morton's singer. Doc Coyle was elected as the second guitar player for that band. Doc had hit me up on Instagram, and he goes, "Yo, dude, I think you'd be a pretty good fit. Would you want to try out, audition for Bad Wolves?" I was like, "Shit, yeah, dude." Anyway, we went back and forth for several weeks. He sent me tracks of existing songs, Bad Wolf songs. I sang on them, sent them back. He dug it, they dug it, and they gave me a shot to go out there to Vegas, or not to Vegas, to LA. They gave me a shot to go out there and audition live. And I did. And, well, the live audition didn't go as well as I thought it would go. There was a couple of songs that Mr. Tommy Vext. Well, I mean, I'm not even going to go into it, but anyway, it's kind of impossible to execute live. So I gave it my best shot, but I know there was a couple of songs that I sang that they were, they were pretty decent, you know. The next day they're in LA. They told me, hey, come down to the studio and let's hear your voice on these new songs. New songs that hadn't been released yet. I guess they still had Vext on vocals, and Vext had already left the band. I went to the studio. I think I tracked 2 songs. I don't remember their names, but I know that these 2 songs, I know they released them as of like, I don't know, a year ago, 2 years ago. If I heard them, I probably would remember. Anyway, I sang on these 2 songs, and it sounded fucking immaculate. Fucking immaculate. The producers that I was working with, that they were working with, had nothing but good things to say. And I could hear them on the talk back. I had my headphones on, and I could hear them talking about me in the vocal booth. And they were like, man, this guy's got a fucking radio voice all over, man. Fucking radio voice all over his. And it was awesome. It was cool. It was a good feeling, man. So on the plane back, on the whole flight back home, I'm listening to these fucking songs because they sent me the MP3s, and it was fucking incredible. It was great. I kept listening to them, and I was just in awe. And I kind of had a feeling. I was like, this is gonna be it. This will be the opportunity, the one that I've wanted, that I've been looking for, that I've been waiting for. And about a week later, I get a call from Mr. Doc Coyle. I play gigs here locally at dive bars, and I saw a phone call, and I cut my set short. That first set, went outside, answered the phone call, and I already fucking knew, just by the tone of his voice and just by how he I guess the preface of the conversation, and pretty much he said, look, man, you did a fucking hell of a job. It was great. It sounds great. Everything sounds great. But he goes, I think we're gonna go with this dude. And honestly, I don't remember his name. I don't know this guy. I don't know him or know his name. But he goes, I think we're gonna go with this dude, who is the current singer, I guess, for Bad Wolves. And man, I know how labels, he sounds exactly like Vext. And I think, that's, Bad Wolves was a huge success, and I feel like in the eyes of the label, they're like, look, why, there's no need to fix something that ain't broke. So if he sounds like Vext, and then what the fuck, I guess it just made sense. So that was a huge fucking loss for me. It was crippling. It was crippling to me. I remember driving home and fucking beating the shit out of the driving wheel, the steering wheel. Then, about a month later, I get a random fucking phone call, a random text, and I don't know if I saved this or not because I mean I should have saved it, but it's random text says, "Hey, Mark, my name is Jason Hook from Five Finger Death Punch. I'd like to talk to you." Fucking crazy. I remember I was driving from home going to some place. I don't even know where I was going. I just remember I was driving from my house to wherever the fuck I was going. I almost fucking hit the car in front of me from reading this fucking text and just like in shock and awe that it was fucking Jason Hook. A Five Finger Death Punch. So, Mr. Hook got my contact information from Mr. Doc Coyle, and I guess Jason Hook at that time was actively looking for a singer. He hit up Doc Coyle and said, "Hey, in you all's quest to find this new vocalist, did you come across any like really fucking good vocalists?" And fucking Doc Coyle said, "Yeah, this dude Mark Morales, fucking Hispanic kid from fucking down south." So yeah, God bless Doc Coyle for for hooking me up, and yeah, Mr. Jason Hook sent me ideas, sent me songs. I tracked on them. Some of them were completely written. There was a couple that weren't written at all, and that I kind of took the opportunity and was at liberty to just write, you know, lyrics and melody to it. And I did, sent him over his way, and he fucking dug it. And, we were talking back and forth. He dug it. He liked my voice. He dug what the fuck I did. And then he flew me out to Vegas, to his personal residence in Vegas, where he was recording his stuff. And yeah, I tracked 4 songs in 2 days. 4 songs in 2 days. And they were pretty fucking immaculate as well, man. Pretty fucking immaculate. The music, I guess, was, not very, very derivative of Five Finger Death Punch. A lot more singing involved. There was a lot more singing involved. But I sang the shit out of those 4 songs. One of them being a pretty abrasive song. I remember I liked it a lot because I was getting to fucking scream and, the guttural thing. I was there for 2 days, or maybe 3 days, but in those 2 days, I recorded 4 songs in their entirety, everything, doubles, choruses, verses, harmonies, backup vocals, everything. I did it in fucking 2 days, 4 fucking songs complete. Went back home, and I was just jamming these songs, jamming these songs. All the while, I would text Hook, "Hey, what's the verdict, man? Any word, any news, any word?" And he'd get back at me whenever he could. Yeah, and he kind of, I don't know, he sounded kind of not sure of doing the whole project anymore. I don't know if he was like contemplating not doing music anymore or what was going on, or if he just didn't have the heart to tell me, "Hey, Mark, you're not it. You're not the guy, so fuck off." But that it just went on like that for months. I would text him. I would try to text him every week, then bi-weekly, and he would get back to me every now and again. Until I just gave up. I stopped talking. I stopped texting him because he really just stopped replying. It wasn't until this past December of 2022, I was up there in Vegas with this band called Core, this new band that I'm involved with. And fucking, I was up there in Kane Churko studio. And lo and behold, the next studio down, Studio B or whatever the fuck, fucking Jason Hook. He was in there doing studio time, still working on his music. And I got to meet that new singer. I met him and shook his hand. I said, hey man, nice to meet you. Congrats, you know. Jason Hook never told me anything. He never told me, hey, it's not you. He left me on the hook. He left me on the hook. But, you know, it is what it is, man. Fuck it, who cares, right? And then a couple weeks ago, I'm scrolling through YouTube, and then I see a Metal Injection. A headline. Jason Hook, and I remember seeing Jason's face. Jason Hook's. Jason Hook reveals new band, Flat Black. I think that's what it's called. With Homeboy, the new singer. And honestly, man, he's a good singer, man. I mean, he's got the fucking chops, the guttural, that kind of thing, you know. So maybe I didn't have it. Maybe I didn't have the contemporary sound that he was looking for. That was a big loss for me, too, because all of 2021 was a heart-wrenching fucking year. These two opportunities just fell flat on my fucking face. And honestly, man, it still hurts, but I've kind of gotten over it. But and this goes back to the whole Billie Eilish song. What was I mean, there's this everlasting, this is fucking profound fucking this profound feeling of, dude, what the fuck, why, because I honestly feel like I have no purpose anymore, other than to be here for my children. They're a blessing, they're my world. Yes, I am here for them. For them. But I still feel so fucking, just, I don't know, I feel like I'm a shell of a fucking man. if I'm not making music, if I'm not out there performing, if I'm not there connecting with an audience. And, I guess performing these little dive bars, these fucking gigs, this side hustle shit that I do, I guess it keeps those demons at bay. I guess it's somewhat of a fix, but I just want you guys to know, man, why I've been absent, why I've taken somewhat of a backseat, why I've somewhat disappeared. Sometimes I just feel like I don't have it, Sometimes I feel like, man, what the fuck did I think? What the fuck was I thinking? I actually thought I had a fucking chance. And there's these fucking, these feelings of shit. Maybe I'm not as good as I thought I was. Maybe I'm not as fucking talented as I thought I was as a fucking vocalist. And that fucking kills me. Because I've spent fucking almost 20 years of my life doing this. In love with it all. I love it with all my fucking heart and all my soul. Anyway, I might just delete this fucking video. It sounds like I'm just fucking pissing and moaning. But I guess it's just a little bit of a synopsis of what I've been through the past 2 years. Through the fucking ringer. I feel like I have so much more to give, man, musically. So much more to fucking give. But I'm still so fucking crippled because I feel like, shit. I mean, these were fucking huge opportunities that basically said, you're not it. Maybe I'm not. Maybe I just fucking expected too much of myself. Anyway, if you guys haven't heard it, it's called What Was I Made For by Billie Eilish. Beautiful fucking song. And make sure you got tissues because you're gonna be fucking crying. It'll bring tears to your eyes. Fucking cigar disintegrated in my mouth. Anyway, it's a little bit of story time right there for you. I'm getting fucking sleepy as shit. I'm going to bed. Much love, y'all.